Good? Okay, so we're gonna get started. So today's class is a hip opener. We're gonna be focusing on deep flexibility, mobility, and then at the end, we're gonna do a glute release. Well, let's stand up. Stand up, stand up. You know, we're gonna start in the squat position like we always do. So let's go a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. You want your heels to be in alignment with your shoulders and your feet are turned out, pointing right and left. We're gonna bring the arms up and then squat, bring it down. Make sure you squat nice and slow because I want you to focus on keeping the glutes engaged. And up. And now let's go a little wider with the feet. So when you squat, you want your knees to stack over your ankles and not to go over your toes. So you don't want to be in here. I want you out here. And up. And still trying to create that line. So tucking the tailbone and opening the knees wider every single squat. Down for 3. Tuck the tailbone, open the knees. Use those glutes and up. Squat lower. Down for 4. Engage, nice and slow, and up, and down for 5, engage, and give me 10 pulses for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and stand. Let's bring the legs all the way together. We're gonna bend at the waist. Bring the hands down to the floor. So we're folding forward. I want you elevated on all 10 fingertips and head lifted. I need 10 lifts to both sides. We're gonna warm up the glutes and then get back into those squats because they should feel a little bit stronger with the glutes warmed up. So give me 10, up for 1 and 2, up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Left leg. Give me 10. Up for 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Feet together. Arms up, come parallel to the floor, and stand. So let's get back into that squat position. Again, making sure the feet are wide enough, heels are lined up with the shoulders. When you squat, knees should be over toes. And bring it down, and up. It should be a little easier to engage those glutes. Down for 2, and up, down for 3, and up, 4, up, down for 5, and we're gonna hold. Let's bring the hands down to the floor right in front of the feet. So again, right here, we wanna make sure we're not squatting and dropping the chest and lifting the butt. We wanna tuck the tailbone, try to line it up with the heels of your feet. Push back on the knees with the elbows, engage the glutes, engage the core, and lift the chest. So good posture in that squat. And right here, let's shift the weight from left to right. Still applying pressure, still making sure we're engaging the glutes, not dropping the chest. And then we're gonna come back to center and lift the butt. Drop the chest. And squat. Open the hands back in front of the feet, and we're gonna sway left to right again, shifting the weight from left to right, applying that pressure to the knees. Come back to center and lift the butt and drop the chest. I need 2 more of those and squat. Engage the glutes, tuck the tailbone, lift the chest, shift left to right, pushing back on the knees, opening the hips. Back to center. And lift the butt. Drop the chest. Make sure you hold that turn out. The feet should still be turned out in this lifted position. And last time, let's bring it down and squat. Engage the glutes, shift the weight from left to right. Lift the chest. Let's bring the elbows up to the knees and into this plie squat. So nice and low, but still making sure you're engaged. So right now you're sinking into hypermobility. So I want you to lift up a little bit more. So use, yeah, there we go, yes. And make sure you're engaging that pelvic floor too and shifting left to right. Nice and strong in your squat. You should be able to lift your arms without falling. Lift your butt up higher, a little higher. There we go. And we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, drop the chest, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring the butt up, bring both feet together, arms up, come parallel to the floor, and stand. Shake that shit off. And we're gonna go with wide legs next. Meet me here. So legs are nice and wide. Let's bring the hands down to the floor. Keeping both feet facing straight forward. Bend that right knee and open up through that left hip. Don't drop all the way down like that. So again, you want to make sure you're using strength and not hypermobility. You should be opening up right through the inside of that left leg. If you drop all the way down there, I promise you don't feel it as much. You gotta lift up and tilt your pelvis forward. And lift and switch. Lift and switch. That leg should be straight to the side like you're in a middle split, so not like a straddle. The butt should be in alignment with your ankle. Lift and switch. And lift up, comes to center. We're gonna turn out. Slide the hand over and probably bring it all the way down. This time, again, make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. And even though you're hypermobile and you can sit comfortably here, do not sit. Engage your pelvic floor and lift off the ground. Tuck your tailbone and lift your chest. So try not to lean forward. You're tucking that tailbone and lifting the chest. That right foot is pointing all the way to the right. Lift and switch. Tuck that tailbone. Make sure the knee is stacked over the ankle. So always trying to create that line. Lifting the chest, the core is engaged, the glutes are engaged, the knees are, the quads are strong, protecting the knees. Lift and switch. Tuck the tailbone, lift the chest. Check your alignment, make sure your knee is over your ankle, make sure you're not sitting. Lift and switch. Lift the chest, tuck the tailbone. This time we're gonna switch, but we're gonna stay nice and low. So keep the vagina as low to the floor as you can. Make sure the glutes are engaged. Don't let those knees collapse forward. You want them to stay nice and wide. Switch. So go nice and slow and make sure you're using your glutes. Again, engage your pelvic floor. Switch. Strong pelvic floor right there. Switch. Switch one more time on each side, and we're gonna bring it down and drop the chest. Get deeper into those hips. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low and switch. Other side, drop the chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Sit on the butt, and we're gonna bring both arms up. So we're gonna stay in this posture. That left foot is turned out, pointing to the left. We're gonna bring that left knee down. So make sure that left foot stays flexed. The left foot is still flexed, and we're gonna twist and turn all the way to that right knee, to face that right foot. So you should feel it on the inside of that left hip. And then we're gonna open it up and come back. Open open that knee up, yep. And switch, twist. And open up. And twist. And open up. And twist. And open up. And this time we're gonna twist and hold. And come down and grab that right leg, but I wanna make sure you're shifting all the weight into that left hip. So instead of favoring that left sit bone, make sure that right sit bone, that left foot is flexed and turned out. And we're gonna reach down and shift the weight onto that left sit bone. Reaching towards that right leg, stretching out that right hamstring, but you should still feel it in that left hip. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're gonna take the elbows to the center of the hips. Elbows are right through center. That left foot again is flexed and turned out, tilting the pelvis. So trying to get that vagina and the belly button on the floor. So instead of tucking the back and tucking the tailbone and rounding the back, I want you to flatten out the back, reach the chest forward, hold and breathe. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's push up. We're gonna open that hip up. Lift up off the floor. Stay low and switch. And then bring it down. So same thing on this other side. I need 5 of these twists. So we're gonna twist and drop that leg. Twist all the way to the left. Open up that right leg, that right hip. Shift the weight into that right butt cheek. And bring it back. And twist. Shift the weight onto that right hip. And open up. Twist for 3. Shift the weight. And open up. And 4. Twist. And open up. And twist for 5. And then we're gonna hold. Make sure that right foot is flexed and turned out. Adjust your posture. We're shifting the weight into this right hip. And then we're gonna lean down, walk the hands out towards that left foot, making sure the weight is still in that right hip, holding and breathing. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's walk over to center. You can open up that right hip a little bit more. Both forearms down are in center. The right foot is flexed and turned out. You don't want that right heel too close to your butt. You want to create a little bit of space between your heel and your right foot. Your right foot and your butt cheek. And we're holding and breathing. Tilt that pelvis forward. Vagina and belly button on the floor. Lead with your chest. So press those forearms into the floor, lift the head, and pull the chest forward. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push up. We're gonna open that hip up and then slide out to straddle. So we're in this straddle now with the arms, the legs nice and wide. We're gonna do 10 push-ups and then we're gonna do that mobility drill with both legs. So while we're nice and open right here, let's open up the hands. Engage the hips, leading with the chest. The chest is reaching forward again, and the belly button and the vagina are coming down to the floor. Down for 1, and push up, and 2, and up, 3, and up, 4, and up, down for 5, and up, 6, and up, down for 7, and up, 8, and up, down for 9, and up, down for 10, and hold. So we're gonna press onto these forearms, lift the chest. So don't push the chest down, I want you to lift the chest up, engage your glutes. and roll those hips forward. And we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So push all the way back up into that straddle and bring both arms up, and we're gonna bend and slide the feet into the body. Sitting right here in this M shape, tucking the tailbone, opening the knees, engage the glutes, lift the chest. So you should feel it in the hips already. You can bring the hands down and open up a little bit wider. Lift that chest, lift the chest, and we're gonna fold. And open up. That's 1. Bring it in for 2. And open up. And 3. Open up. Bring it in for 4. And open wide. Bring it in for 5, and we're gonna hold for a little bit. Let's bring the hands down and try to sit up straight in this posture, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and open up. We're gonna grab the inside of the ankles, push back on the knees, and bring that chest straight forward. If you can come down on the forearms, that would be perfect. Engaging the glutes, trying to pull that chest forward and keeping the knees open nice and wide. The knees are pulling wide behind you, and we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Take the hands, push back on the knees, and bring the chest forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And shake that off. And we're gonna come to happy baby on the back. On the back, both legs are up. Let's bring the arms up over the head, actually. Both legs are straight up. Let's do some, legs are up, Kelsey? So make sure you stack your legs over your hips, so not so much over the face. There we go, right there, perfect. And then let's open wide, engage the glutes. Try to pull those toes down to the floor and bring it in. Open for 2. And bring it in. Open for 3. And bring it in. Open 4. And in. Open for 5. And bring it in. Open for 6. And this time we're gonna bounce them. Try to touch those feet to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Open for 7 and bounce. Make sure you're using your glutes every time to open up those legs. Use those glutes, get them wider, and bring it in. Open for 8 and bounce. And bring it in. Open for 9 and bring it in. Open for 10 and hold. Engage the glutes. Hold on, I'm gonna take the hands and place them on the inside of the thighs. Make sure the legs are pushed back in that straight line. The tailbone is tucked, the glutes are engaged, and we're holding and breathing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and happy baby. So in this happy baby, let's flip the grip, and we're gonna grab the heels of the feet. So I wanna make sure we're not lifting the butt off the floor. You want to engage the core and really pull down. And we're going to open nice and wide into this reclined straddle. Pulling the feet down to the floor. If you flex, you should be able to pull your toes down to the floor. But keeping that butt down at the same time. And let's bend and come back into happy baby. And open wide for 2. And bring it in. Open for 3. And bring it in. Open for 4. And bring it in. Open for 5 and hold. 5 and hold. Now I want you to engage the core and lift up off the floor, but make sure you keep that butt pulling down. And we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7. Pull those feet down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Release, release. Shake that off. And we're gonna come into a reclined butterfly. So I want your heels pulled all the way into your vagina, and we're opening the knees nice and wide. And you're just going to lay here. Lay here and engage your glutes. Nice strong glutes. Your glutes should be pulling your knees a little bit wider to the floor. Tuck that tailbone for me, please. So try to pull that lower back down to the floor. The knees are still pulling wide, focusing on creating that line. You're gonna bring the tailbone and line it up with the heels of your feet. Open your knees up and line them up with your feet. Let's take the hands and place them on the inside of the thighs. Do not lose that. Do not lose the engagement in the core. Do not lose the engagement in the glutes. Still be tucking the tailbone. And we're holding and we're breathing. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So we're gonna do that one again at the very end, and we're gonna hold it again for a while, but we're gonna do it flipped over. So we're gonna create that same exact shape, but we're just gonna be flipping over, but that's gonna be at the end. So let's release the glutes really fast. Flipping over on hands and knees. I want 10 fire hydrants and then 10 straight leg lifts. So let's up for 1 and down, up, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold it up. Extend the leg and bring it down. I need 10 lifts. Up for 1, 2, up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Left leg, give me 10 fire hydrants and 10 straight leg lifts. Up for 1, up, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. and then extend, and then give me 10 lifts straight up and down. Up, straighten that leg out and slide your leg forward. You wanna make sure that foot is in alignment with your leg, so not to the back. You wanna keep it straight and really burn those glutes. Up for it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, I burned so bad today. Butterfly, please. Butterfly. Butterfly. Serena. So butterfly position. The heels are about a foot away from the feet. We're bringing the chest to the toes. We're bringing the arms up, and we're folding, bringing it down for a 1. And pull up, down for a 2. And up, bring it down for a 3, and hold. Grab the toes and pull that chest straight forward. Holding and breathing. Trying to get the chest all the way to the toes and flatten the back out. So tilt that pelvis. Bring the vagina and belly button to the floor. Bring the chest forward to the toes. We're holding and breathing. Oh.